Hi everyone, Paul Morbid here, Morbid Team Entertainment and Bolex Repair Philippines. Going to show you how to clean a Sony TCS-60 cassette recorder. In addition, show you how to spot inside these machines when it is creasing your tapes. Okay, these particular Walkman types recorders were nicknamed the Pressmans of the recorders, as they replaced actually the big Nagras that reporters would carry around. It's great for people like myself who do experimental filmmaking. As you can see back here, my Bolex H16 is under service, and it's great for that. So what you need to do is first remove the batteries, and after you have removed the batteries, you need to get yourself a Q-tip. Nothing big, nothing fancy, just a Q-tip, and add some rubbing alcohol on it. 70 or 90 is just fine. If you use 70, just make sure that you let it dry longer before applying power to it. Open it up. No batteries, but I'm going to press play anyway so you can see the parts. What you want to look for to clean is the heads, the guides, capstan, and the rollers. These rubber rollers, do make sure that you check them for any type of cracks and damages. If they're cracked and damaged, it's time to replace them. Alright? Other than that, let's go ahead and start doing a basic cleaning. Alright? Okay, so the tape head right there. Now some rubbing alcohol on the end of this, and just go back and forth right on that tape head right there. And this one looks pretty clean. All right, you clean that off there. It's going to make it sound and operate a whole lot better. Top of it as well. And I'm going to get around here, and there is some blackness on this, which is typical around these capstans. I'll show you that in just a moment. Pinch rollers, get a bit closer on that. These tape guides. Let's look at everything a bit closer inside of there. Okay, so you can look at the Q-tip and you can see some dirt on there already, and from just that basic cleaning that comes off of the tape itself. Alright, so let's go further. Okay, here's something very important I want to point out to you when you're cleaning. This is called the capstan right here. Just below it, if you look at the end of my pencil eraser, you'll see a black line right there. Okay, give it a little bit more light and focus it a bit more, and if you can see that right at the end there, closer to the end. Okay, that should not be there. That is residue from the audio cassette tape. What happens, this capstan, when it spins, and when you press play, let's press play. Okay, this is a pinch roller, this black rubber roller. It gets its name because it pinches against the capstan. In between the capstan silver and the pinch roller black would be the audio tape. That blackness down there is residue, again, from the audio tape. So if that blackness gets in between where my pencil eraser is, on the top of the capstan near below, it's going to give you audio distortion. Also, the tape could start winding up around the capstan, stuff like that. So you have to clean that off. Alright, because the tape is not being running smoothly through in between the capstan and the pinch roller. Let's show you how to clean that off. Okay, so to clean that capstan, I'm going to use yourself a toothpick and a microfiber cloth. Alright, in other words, a lint-free cloth. So, wrap it up just like that. Twist it around a bit. So you get this tip going on right here. All right. nice and pointed, just like so. And with that, you take yourself some rubbing alcohol and put it on to that area. All right, there you go. Now, once you've done that, you go straight through to that capstan, that area, and you start inching away and cleaning that. Okay, let's get you a good shot on here. There you go. And you just have to keep going around it just like so. And finally, as you can see, if you look really close, it's starting to go away and become clean. And you have to go all the way around it. All the way around the capstan. The pinch rollers as well, you have to spin them around. This doesn't mean you put the batteries in, turn it on, because if you're using like, I'm using like 70% rubbing alcohol, it's got a little bit more water in it, so you gotta let it dry before you put power to it. All right, so there you are at the end of my pencil eraser. See all that dirt that was on that capstan right there? All right, and so just to show you that area, take a look at how clean it is now. Also, that it have corrosion on it a good bit of the time also. And you want to clean all that off. A lot of times these units have been sitting around in a closet for decades. All right, so nice and clean now. All right, moving on. Next, these guides and the rollers here, the take up and supply reels. So take yourself a Q-tip with rubbing alcohol applied to the end of it and go around on that, all the way around it and in those gears as well. Clean that really well. On those guides all the way around. And it doesn't hurt to go ahead and have alcohol in your microfiber cloth and go in there and just clean it like that as well. That's always a positive, always a plus. Clean it inside there just like that. Get it really good. All right, moving on. And by the way, never use WD-40 to spray inside of these machines. Cameras, anything like that at all that has these plastic gears in here, because this product will destroy and will liquefy some of these plastic gears. Okay, I have a video especially on this. Do check it out. I'll put it in the comment section so you can check that out in full detail. All right, so I'm cleaning this one as well, all the way around. See how I'm getting that. Any type of corrosion, cassette, audio cassette tape residue, that type of deal. I'm getting all that off of there. Also got something else to point out to you. Let me get you a closer look. Okay, here's something very important I want to share with you. How to use a toothpick as a pointer instead of my pencil this time. At the end of the toothpick, there is a washer, a locking washer. It's in Walkmans, audio cassettes, VCRs, any type of thing like that. And sometimes if your tapes come out creased in the cassette, okay, generally this washer has risen up to the middle or to the top or someplace. Check if that is the case, if this washer is up here, and press it down back into the locking position. Okay, it'll be there, and it can also be on this side over here as well. Again, the washer will travel upwards or to the middle. Just press it back down. And generally, no more creased tapes. Next, the rollers. I'm going to put it in play position. That will expose the rollers for us here and here. All right. So use your toothpick and microfiber cloth method with alcohol on it, And you want to use another Q-tip, toothpick, and just roll this roller around like that. And while you're doing so, you want to get this in here and clean up and down. Okay? So that's the next thing you want to do. Push this toothpick, and then the microfiber cloth and toothpick, you want to roll it up and down. Push it up and down just like that. Okay? And that's going to get all sides of that roller. Now, as you can see, this is what came off of just one roller right there. All right, moving on. And if you're wondering how you get this roller down here cleaned, put your batteries in, put it in play. There's your roller. Lightly dampen your microfiber cloth and just put it on the roller and let it roll as it will normally do in play mode, and it will clean it. And there you are, just like that. Next, other than that, you will have some dirt up around these areas, even though you've blown it out. So take an alcohol and Q-tip and go in these areas and clean that out. It's gonna be there. There's gonna be hair, particles. You want to also make sure that when you're cleaning with a Q-tip, I've used this for years, there's no Q-tip particles left behind. All right, do that, and amongst from that, I take my microfiber cloth and clean up top right here, because the body oils, yes, the body oils in your fingers can discolor this and cause rust and corrosion. On the vintage pieces, you don't want that. Part can be difficult or expensive to find. Okay, that's it. Do contact me at the social media outlets listed on the screen, and do subscribe. All right, until next time, see ya.